Big spender. Spend 1 million cash in one round. Actually, wait, how are we going to do this? Now, believe it or not, getting this achievement isn't as hard as you think. So let's just head into this map, Cubism, and we're going to try it out. Now, you might wonder what horsepower farm am I going to get? And my answer is I'm not going to get that. Instead, I'm going to get a boat. Why? Well, because Merchant Man does a lot better than the bottom path farm. That is to say, a 203 farm or 023, whichever. They both produce about $160 in cash. Whereas if you just go for bottom path farm, which is A, cheaper, and B, produces more money at $220, then yeah, you'll realize that this is indeed more income efficient. Also, it helps you attack, and once you get the middle path board, so let's say a 023 board, it can basically help you deal, well, damage to almost any balloon. So that's a really good deal if you ask me. And we can get our first Merchant Man by round 10. Well, I mean, we're going to get soon. And we should be able to get our second Merchant Man before round 15, and that's important because normally we should be able to afford two 200 farms by round 15. So if we can afford 2003 boards before then this should prove that, you know, this is more income efficient. Man, is it really income efficient because we got it at the beginning of round 15. And you know what, we're just going to keep on getting as much Merchant Man as we can until we can't. That's to say, we need to upgrade grape shots, and we definitely need to do that by round 28. Now you might be asking, why don't I just go ahead and get favored trades? And my answer to that is because it's going to cost a lot more, and you won't be able to see your return in investments that soon. Well, anyway, ideally, if you want to get the bottom path fourth tier boats, you should only get it when you have your bottom path 5th tier boats, so that, because believe me, it actually saves a lot more money than you think. Alright, it's round 27 and we have 4 up here, 3 down here, for a total of 7 bottom path 03 boats, and that is fantastic because normally top players only have in multi events, I mean, top players only have like 9 200 farms, and I still don't understand why people go with farms instead of Merchant Man, because Merchant Man clearly produces more cash, and yeah, it sells for lesser value, but still produces more cash. And yeah, it still baffles me as to why most people still wouldn't want to go for Merchant Man, and they decide that, you know what, farms are better. Alright, now we have 19 003 boards. Oh well, admittedly I could have placed one more at the bottom here, but my placement isn't the best. But when you look at that, we gain about like what, more than 5,000 cash in one round. So anyway, we're going to start off by getting our first trade empire. Meanwhile, look at this board, just trashing the Moab class balloon. And we have completed the game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm just kidding. We're going to go into free play as usual. And we should be able to afford the trade empire in the next round, and once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and get favorite trades for all of them, and once we get the middle path grape shots so that you know, it can help us deal damage for the later rounds especially. And I think we have maximized the amount of boats we can place, and turns out I only placed 18 boats, not 20, so not 19, sorry, but never mind. But doesn't mean that this is over, because we can still improve the efficiency of our boats. And what are we going to do this? We're going to get the bottom path farm, finally. We're going to get central market, and 10 central markets will be able to boost the amount of money that we get from our favorite trades, which is going to be excellent. Also, I'm getting this farm primarily because I am too lazy to collect the, you know, the banana farms from the top path farm. So we're just going to go with this farm instead. You know what? We're going to save up for Monkey Wall Street as well. And guess what? We got 10 central markets by round 57. Now, admittedly, we're playing on easy, so we gain a lot more cash faster, but that's not the point. Point is, we're still going to continue farming, and yes, I'm still going to go with the bottom path central market, even though I know that the 420 farm is more think I'm efficient because I'm too lazy to actually collect any bananas. So let's just fill the entire map with farms for the time being. Actually, given how fast we are progressing through this, I'm curious, is it possible for us to achieve this before round 100? Because I think it should be possible, correct? I mean, given that we're playing on easy and we are getting cash a lot more faster than, you know, in regular medium. So, it should be possible, right? Assuming we sell all our farms by around 100, correct? Oh yeah, I've forgotten that there's one tower that can also help us make a lot more money, not just with farms, and that is the middle path through it. So let's go ahead and get the Spirit of the Forest with Heart of Vengeance, because why not? Also, helps us deal with damage, you know? Now I filled the map finally with farms, and I boosted the farms as well with 104 villagers because that way it produces more cash. So we're going to go ahead and start getting our paragons, and look at this, round 69 and we already have $300,000 in cash. Who's to say that we can't complete this challenge before round 100? So for paragons, we're just going to go ahead and get the extremely basic paragon, that is to say paragon degree 1, aka, you know, all 3 tier 5 towers that's necessary for that paragon. So we're going to go ahead and get all the 3 land towers first, followed by the, well, all the 3 land paragons first, followed by the 1 sea paragon. Or we are more specifically preparing for them by placing all 3 of the tier 5 towers. Actually, we don't even need the bolt paragon because all these 3, the cost of all these 3 towers combined, all these 3 paragons combined is already more than 1,510,000 plus 297,000, which let's say is 300,000 plus 350,000. Let's just say it's yeah, it's definitely more than that, more than 1 million. So let's just say 1.1 million. So I think we're just going to save up until we have 1.2 million in cash before we actually go ahead and get the paragons. I'm thinking round 79 is going to be a relatively long round, so what we can do actually from here on out is to start selling our farms until we have 1.2 million in cash, and that way we can you know, actually accomplish it before round 80, which is an even bigger challenge by itself. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and get all 3 paragons. So first off, the Glaive Dominus, second of all, the Plasma Master, and finally the Ascended Shadow. And there we go. We have spent more than $1 million within 1 round. So now all we have to do is wait until round 79 is over, because I do not remember how achievements work in this game. Whether you need to, you know, complete the round before you can get the achievement. But either way, let's just wait until now, and we're going to head back home. Well, it's round 81, but it doesn't really matter, does it? And look at that, 1 million in 1 round. And what do we get as our reward? 50 monkey money and a 200 farm. Is it worth it? Absolutely, absolutely worth all the effort that I went through just to get a single 200 insta monkey. But you know what? Fantastic challenge. So thank you guys for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.